Chad, if you save that computer, Brittany's going to try to fix the breaker. I'd hate for it to cut it off. Okay, good. Good grief. You can go ahead and just start now so you don't have it out. You rolled that thing like 30 times. One time. I went the wrong way.
He's rolling.
Bars loaded.
Go ahead, Emmett. Okay. Okay.
All right, lifter passes. Next lifter.
Next lifter is Bird, Lisa Bird. Elizabeth, Tennessee.
Same weight, guys.
98.
89. Sorry. Okay.
Where's Alicia?
I don't know.
Sarah, go put a light. I can't. Where's the top?
It's too late. You already
The
passed.
next lifter on the platform is scheduled to be
Go, you got 30
Lisa
seconds.
Bird from Elizabethton, Tennessee. She will attempt a lift of 175 pounds. She approaches the platform. Lisa Bird's first attempt at 175 pounds.
Down.
And the lift is good. The Elizabethton native with a good lift in her first go. They load the bar for the next scheduled lifter, Whitney Gwynn. Whitney will attempt a lift of 180 pounds.
Go, Whitney. Come on, Whitney.
She's on the platform.
Honey?
Whitney Gwynn
Whitney.
has accomplished the lift. Whitney Gwynn, her first attempt of success at 90 kilos, 180 pounds.
No, we need a red 10, 2 and a 1. 10, 2 and 1.
The next lifter on the platform, Zach Seymour. Young man, just 10 years old, already competing throughout the year. Will make his first attempt at 102.5 pounds, 225 3/4 pounds, 102.5 kilos, 225 3/4 pounds. Zach Seymour as they load the bar, and we are underway at the Night of the Living Dead here in Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Entry forms?
The bar is loaded.
I've got them over there.
Zach Seymour's first attempt at 225 3/4 pounds.
Down.
And the smile, and it's good. Zach Seymour lights up the gymnasium with his first attempt at 225 3/4 pounds. It is good. The next lifter, Jamie Espelette, as they begin to load the bar, 192.5 kilos, 424 1/4 pounds. An El Paso, Texas native. You see the anticipation on the face of the lifters as they get ready for their attempt in the first round. Jamie Espelette is about to approach the platform and make his first attempt at 192.5 kilos, 424.25 pounds for his first lift. As Espelin finishes his preparations, hands in chalk, bar is loaded, and Jamie Espelin will begin his pursuit of the belt here at the Night of the Living Dead. Espelin on the platform, 424.25 pounds. His first attempt, and it's good. Espelin, 424.25 pounds, his first lift. That brings to the platform Robert Geyer. Geyer is up. His first attempt, 195. 429 pounds will be the first attempt for Robert Geyer. Geyer begins his final preparations and makes his way to the platform. Geyer is on the platform. His first attempt, 429 pounds. The moment before the lift. Geyer in his element, hands on the bar. Robert Geyer's first attempt at 195 kilos, 429 pounds. Successful. A good lift by Robert Geyer. Our lifters here at the Night of the Living Dead beginning to pick up the pace as we make it through round one. We've had a string of 6 successful lifts, trying to make that 7 in a row. Siva Avaru, first attempt, 207.5 kilos, 457.25 pounds. Final preparations on the bar. Final preparations for Avaru. Words of encouragement as I look backstage. The platform is open, the bar is lifted. 207.5 kilos, 457.25 pounds. Siva Avaru, first attempt. Is a success. Incredible concentration. The lights flicker, his concentration does not. And Avaru is good in his first attempt at 457.25 pounds. The weight continues to grow, the anticipation continues to grow. Wayne Stover is next on the platform. His first attempt will be at 490.5 pounds as we inch ever closer to 500 pounds. Wayne Stover is next. We are inside Elizabethton High School in Elizabethton, Tennessee, as we begin our pursuit for Extreme Powerlifting Television's Extreme Powerlift Championship and the belt that goes with it. The next on the platform, Wayne Stover. Final preparations on the bar, final preparations for Stover. He begins to pace. He's ready. The bar's ready. Extreme Power Television, where we are celebrating the Night of the Living Dead deadlift competition in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Over 50 lifters will compete today from all skill levels, all ages, all with one pursuit, and that is to be the Extreme Powerlifting Champion. The next on the bar is Wayne Stover. A good crowd is beginning to assemble, already assembled, as they watch their favorite lifters. Incredible determination as you watch inside their eyes, the moments before the lift. There are 3 battles in this world. There are man versus machine, man versus himself, and man versus man. When it comes to the Night of the Living Dead, it's all 3. The machine, the bar. The competition, man versus man. The pursuit of greatness, determination, man versus himself.
Okay, let's do Wayne Stover here. The weight is loaded. We're ready for Wayne Stover.
We are back to action with Wayne Stover as he enters the platform. The bar is loaded, and Wayne Stover, 490.5 pounds. Stover's first attempt. He's over the bar. Stover's first attempt at 490.5 pounds is good. It's a success.
Jason Garrett.
And that brings to the platform Jason Garrett, 227.5 kilos, 501.5 pounds. Jason Garrett, our first lifter of the event to attempt over 500 pounds. The weight grows, the anticipation grows. And next on the bar is Jason Garrett. Final words of encouragement for Garrett. Focused determination as he watches the bar loaded with over 500 pounds, 501.5 pounds on the bar for Jason Garrett. Garrett approaches. Our first competitor to attempt over 500 pounds at the Night of the Living Dead in Elizabethton, Tennessee. This is Extreme Power Television. This is Jason Garrett. This is 501.5 pounds. With ease, Jason Garrett excels at over 500 pounds. And now Mike Still to the platform. Mark Still's first attempt at 551 pounds.
Okay, let's steal.
There's 2 power strips. There's another clip.
Mark Steele. Mark Steele is up. Born in Holland, he's lifting out of Cookville, Tennessee. Occupation, police officer. Very good. Let's go, Mark.
Go, Mark. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good lift. Next up is heel.
Mark Still's lift at 250 kilograms, 551 pounds with ease. The Cookville police officer successful in his first lift. Luke Hill is the next on the bar. Luke Hill's first attempt will be at 573 pounds. 573 pounds as we celebrate the Night of the Living Dead deadlift competition as we look for the best in the world. We will pass out the belt tonight on Extreme Power Television. The next up in pursuit of the elusive belt is Luke Hill. His first attempt, 573 pounds. A success for Luke Hill. And Jake Monroe will make his way to the platform. Jake Monroe's first attempt at the Night of the Living Dead here on Extreme Power Television will come in at 275 kilograms, 606 1/4 pounds. Jake Monroe, over 600 pounds. Our first competitor at over 600 pounds, Jake Monroe, 606 1/4 pounds.
Turn the lights on. I'm just going to go out of sound. All right. Good. Turn the lights on. Come on, man.
Jake Monroe's first attempt at over 600 pounds. Joe Steele successful in his first attempt. Nicholas Ledbetter has been called to the platform. Ledbetter's first attempt will come in at 633 3/4 pounds. 633 3/4 pounds for Nicholas Ledbetter. As they load the bar for Nicholas Ledbetter, he makes his first attempt. Ledbetter from Springfield, Missouri, 287.5 kilos, 633 3/4 pounds. Nicholas Ledbetter successful in his first attempt at 633 3/4 pounds. Jeremy Shatka next on the schedule. Shatka will attempt his first lift at over 300 kilograms, 302.5 kilos, 666 3/4 pounds for Jeremy Shatka. As I look backstage and see Shatka in his final moments before he approaches the platform. Jeremy Shatka, the bar is loaded with 666 3/4 pounds. To calm before the lift. Jeremy Shatka approaches the bar at 666 3/4 pounds.
Fall back! Fall back!
John Drummond is the next on the schedule. John Drummond. They will load the bar for Drummond at 677 3/4 pounds for John Drummond.
Okay, Jonathan T. Drummond.
John Drummond, the bar is loaded. Each lifter has 1 minute from the time the bar is lifted and loaded to get to the platform and make their lift. Next up,
Okay. Drummond, your weight is loaded.
Jeremy Shatka is the lifter.
Jeremy just lifted.
Yeah, Casey, man, this is really some event. AP Campbell throws one of the biggest events out in the country. This is the #1 in the deadlifting challenge that we've seen. This is the Ultimate Powerlifting Championships live from Elizabethton, Tennessee. And I got to tell you, every one of these competitors are here to win that belt tonight. Andy Bolton says no, he's going to take it back to the UK. And we want it here left in the United States, don't we, Casey?
We want it right here in the United States, and when it comes to powerlifting, Extreme Power Television, Andy Bolton is the standard, and everyone here today is chasing Andy Bolton and that belt. It's going to be a great competition all day long.
So who we got coming up next here on the list here that they're talking about?
Steve Fleming is the next on the list. He will make his first attempt at 760.5 pounds. We put together a string of a dozen straight successful lifts. Next up, Steve Fleming.
Wow, I tell you what, that is something else. When you think of that amount of weight, me and you together couldn't lift that, could we?
760.5 pounds. And the best thing about it, this is just to start the competition. It's just going to get better and better all day long.
And the fans out there of powerlifting go crazy. It's too early in the morning. They haven't had their coffee yet, I guess, but they're working on it. Here he comes, this one big boy here, boy. I'm going to tell you what, he's going to pick this thing up and throw it at the crowd, I think. Well, how much is he lifting here?
345 kilos, over 700 pounds, 766 pounds with ease.
Man, I'll tell you, look how easy that was. It just came right up, and me and you, like I said, put together, even with the cameraman, I don't think we're lifting those 700 pounds today, are we?
Incredible show of strength and determination when they get on the platform in their final moments before the lift. It's absolutely incredible how they focus at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, we're taking a look at some of the true athletes today in the sport. They've flown in from the UK. They've coming in from just about every state that we can think about, and they all here to win that championship belt, that UPC belt today. And I tell you, this is the early morning session, and you wait till tonight. The big boys are coming, they're gunning, they're going to be battling and warring.
All four corners of the United States, all over the globe, they've all converged on this gym with one thought in mind, the belt.
Taking home the belt. So take it away, tell us about our next guy here. I'm going to go get the belt.
Behind you now, he's the last one in our first round.
The last lifter on our first round is Steve Fleming. His first attempt at 345 kilos. A success at 760.25 pounds. The first round is in the books, and we begin to load the bar for the second round of competition. Here on Extreme Power Television, Hayden Spradlin. She will make her first attempt. As they load the bar, Spradlin successful on her first lift of 176 pounds. Hayden Spradlin's weight is loaded. And Hayden makes his first attempt. Hayden Spradlin, successful at 176 pounds. His second lift is up. The crowd goes crazy, and his lift is good. Hayden Spradlin through the second round.
Sarah Bradley is up. Sarah Bradley from Elizabeth, Tennessee. She's a local student here at the high school. Get behind her now.
Sarah Bradley's first attempt.
Sarah was fourth at the high school nationals, APL. Good lift, Sarah. Good lift. Elisa Bird is up next. She's also a student here at Elizabeth High School. She was first place in the 2011 High School Nationals that was held down in Alexandria, Louisiana, back in April. First place. The best lift ever.
You can't fake it till you make it.
She's 15 years old. Only been lifting a couple of years.
Lisa Bird
Oh, man.
is on the bar. Lisa Bird made her first attempt at 85 kilos, 187.25 pounds. She made it look easy. Round two, the bird flies. Alyssa Bird advances through her second lift. Someone is going to bring home the belt. Our third competitor from Elizabethan, Whitney Gwynn, has been competing and lifting for less than half a year. And here she is in front of a gym full of people ready to compete at the Night of the Living Dead. The bar is loaded. Gwynn is on the bar. The Elizabethan native in front of her hometown crowd. Hands on bar. And Gwynn is successful. The lights light up for Whitney Gwynn. And that brings to the platform Zach Seymour. The Atlanta, Georgia native has been competing, has his eyes firmly set on the belt. Zach Seymour, successful in his first lift at 225.75 pounds. The crowd grows, the anticipation grows, the weight grows. Zach Seymour next on the platform. They're all chasing one thing, the belt. Andy Bolton, the Grand Man from the UK, world record holder, first ever to lift 1,000 pounds. Zach Seymour wants his belt. 225.75 pounds, and it's Seymour. Technically sound, successful lift, and Seymour is good. It all builds to the belt. We are building to the belt here on the Night of the Living Dead on Extreme Power Television. One by one, they approach the bar. One by one, they've been successful. Each time the weight grows, the anticipation grows, the focus grows. And next on the bar, Jamie Esplin, who was successful. Jamie's first lift was 424.25 pounds. More in round two. Jamie Esplin is the next scheduled lifter.
So how much is he's up to start his opening here? This is second attempts now, right?
Second attempts right now, 192.5 kilos was Jamie Esplin's first lift. He was successful, and here he goes in the second round, trying to make it 2 for 2.
Man, he's going through all the movement. He's looking, he's getting psyched. You can see it. He's just looking, and he is going to stretch it out. He's getting down on it. Here he goes. He's got his hands locked in, his legs. He's looking at the crowd. This guy's in a zone. He's going to pull it. There he goes. He's pulling. Pull, 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 pull. Pull. No, I got to say, no, he's got three white lights, three blue lights. Didn't get it.
Lights, that is the first time in this competition that a lift has not been successful. 3 blue lights, not what the lifters are looking for. 3 white lights, they advance as we begin pursuit of this right here. This is what everybody wants.
It's all about the belt,
blue
Casey.
lights
Yeah,
are not gonna get
you got to get the white lights. You got to get them. I'm going to tell you, though, it gets harder. I mean, the first opening, they know they can make it. That second attempt gets harder. By the time they get to their third attempts, can they do it? We're going to really see some major pulls today. And you can already see it's starting to get tougher with the crowd because it's their second lifts. So let's see what we got up here next, Casey.
Next on the bar is Robert Geyer. Geyer was successful in his first attempt at 429 pounds. Now Geyer will attempt his second lift at the Night of the Living Dead.
All right, we got Billy, the judge up here, man. He's doing his thing, right, Bill? He's going to be on later on the 6 o'clock show. We're looking forward to him. Maybe hear a little tips from back here. Here we go, man. We're going to do this thing right. Here you go, Casey. They're chalking his hands. You get that grip. He doesn't want his hands sliding. He's going to put some chalk on it, and he's going to come up to that bar. Sometimes they run. Sometimes they walk. We'll see what his approach is here.
Each individual, as I look behind the stage and watch them in their final preparations before their lift, has a unique style all of their own. And the next on the bar is Jamie Esplin. Esplin was successful in his first attempt. He makes his second attempt from the state of Texas. Big state, big weight.
Here he goes. He's starting to pull it. He couldn't make it. This is a guaranteed 3 blue lighter. You know, like I said, these second attempts get to be monstrous. These guys, can they do it? Can they psych themselves? And it gets a lot tougher as the program happens. Who's coming up next for us?
Next on the platform, Robert Geyer. First attempt, an entire morning of preparation. How quickly they can regain concentration, how quickly they can get their mind back in the zone will determine who goes on and who goes home here on Extreme Power Television, the Night of the Living Dead. Our next contestant, Siva Avaru, made his first attempt with ease. His hands on the bar. Siva Avaru's attempt is good. Avaru's second attempt. He attacks the bar and is successful. The next contestant here at the Night of the Living Dead, Wayne Stover, as all of these competitors are trying to take the belt as the ultimate lifter on the planet. Next in line is Wayne Stover. The bar is loaded. Once the bar is loaded, a lifter has 1 minute to make his way to the platform and make an attempt at the lift. First round wasn't an issue. Second round, can they get their mind right? Wayne Stover, one of the most animated lifters in the event, approaches the bar for a second attempt. Methodical, focused, Wayne Stover. His attempt. Stover is up, and Stover finishes the lift. Wayne Stover, slow start, halfway through the lift, realized his hips were under him and finished off the lift. Jason Garrett will make his way. They begin to fall in the second round. We had all successful lifts in the first round. The second round, lifters are beginning to fall. Next on the platform, after Wayne Stover's successful lift, is Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett's first lift, a success at 227 kilos, 501.5 pounds. And Garrett made it look easy. A completely different focus in his second lift for Jason Garrett. The first lift, a mere formality. Jason Garrett's second lift. Hands on the bar, and the finish. Garrett is successful in the second round at the Night of the Living Dead in Elizabethton.
Next up is Mark Steele. Mark Steele. Born in Holland. Lives now in Cookville, Tennessee, private gym.
The next lifter on the platform, as they finish loading the bar, is Mark Steele. Steele also a success. Steele, a police officer in Cookville, Tennessee, Middle Tennessee. Trains at a private gym. As Mark Steele finishes his final preparations, the moments before the lift, hands chalked. Mark Steele is on the platform with his second attempt. He wastes no time approaching the bar. Hands on the bar, Mark Steele, his second attempt. The Cookville, Tennessee native is good. And he shows his enthusiasm.
Next up is Hill. Luke Hill.
Steele successful. Jake Monroe with final words of encouragement before his lift. The intensity in the second round is completely different from the first round. There is a completely different attitude when these lifters approach the bar. This is Luke Hill. And Luke Hill makes it look easy. We put together a run of 3 successful lifts in a row. Mark Still a success. Jason Garrett a success. Wayne Stover a success. As we continue through the second round at the Night of the Living Dead, all lifters chasing one thing, the belt and the title as the Ultimate Powerlifting Champion. The bar, final preparations is loaded as we continue the second round at the Night of the Living Dead in Elizabethton, Tennessee, right here on Extreme Power Television. Joe Steele, the next on the bar. Steele approaches. Stoic Steele. Joe Steele. In the final moment before the lift, Joe Steele's second attempt. The crowd approves. Joe Steele advances into the third round after 2 successful lifts. Jake Monroe is the next lifter. He is from the Midwest, making his way to Elizabethton, Tennessee, to see if his training is paid off, to see if he's the Ultimate Powerlifting Champion, to see if he will return to his hometown with the belt. Jake Monroe. Intensity, focus, finish, focus, finish. Jake Monroe.
Nicholas is out of Springfield, Missouri.
And Nicholas Ledbetter will make his way to the platform. His pursuit of the Ultimate Powerlifting Championship and the belt began in the first round with 633 3/4 pounds. And now Nicholas Ledbetter will make his attempt. Another one of our animated lifters. There's 2 kinds. Stoic, animated. Nick Ledbetter is on the bar. His second attempt. Hands on the bar, Nicholas Ledbetter is up. Can he finish? Can he finish? Can he finish? Can he finish? Nicholas Ledbetter cannot finish the lift. Ledbetter, 3 blue lights. 3 blue lights for Ledbetter in the second round. Incredible effort by Nicholas Ledbetter, falls just short. Hips were under, couldn't finish the lift. That brings to the platform Jeremy Schachta. With each lift, the crowd goes louder. The focus more precise. Jeremy Schachta will step onto the platform.
Yeah, so far the competition is moving right along here. These lifts are getting bigger and bigger as we look at them. The guys are loading their, that's one of the big unsung heroes right there, loading the bar all day long. Those guys have always said lift more weight than the weightlifters. Because you had it all up, all those plates that they got to keep putting up. Here comes Jeremy. What's he doing here, buddy?
Jeremy Schachta, his first attempt was 302.5 kilograms, which is 666 3/4 pounds.
Look how
easy.
Man, that was one easy lift, wasn't it? I mean, he just picked that up. How much was that?
Over 700 pounds in his second attempt, and he made it look easy. Certainly, he's as focused as any competitor we've seen.
Got all 3 white lights on that one. Man, I'll tell you, this kid, he was jacked. What's his third attempt going to be? Did it give it to you?
We will find out when he approaches the bar again. First things first, our next lifter is John Drummond. Drummond was successful in his first lift. Confidence-wise, he's as confident as any lifter in the building.
AB Campbell's there. He's looking around. He's going to step back down again. AB does a wonderful job with this. He's got his all thumbs up. Getting ready. The bar is loaded. Jonathan Grunin.
Jonathan Drummond, his first attempt, he made it look easy. A mountain of a man, John Drummond. Focused, hands on the bar. The moment of truth is right now. You can see it in their eyes before they make their lift. Drummond's attempt, can he finish?
Man,
finish.
Oh, God.
Drummond, not a successful lift. 3 blue lights for John Drummond. And our final lifter in the second round is Steve Fleming. Fleming's first attempt was at over 760 pounds. 760.5 pounds, over 770 pounds in his second attempt, and it's coming up next as he gets ready behind the stage for a second lift. It's critical, the moments before they approach the platform. They have 1 minute from the time the bar is loaded to make the lift. And as we look behind the platform, you can see Steve Fleming. Hands in chalk, final moments to himself.
Oh, man, look at this guy. He's a monster. Man, he is going crazy. Here he goes. He's getting ready. He's got his stance. He's got his hands on the bar. He's lifting. He's pulling. Pull it. Hold it. Did he get it? No, he didn't get it. Man, that's how close it can be. Isn't that something, Casey? I mean, he got it, but he just didn't lock it in.
Perfect form until the finish. Hand slip, and just like that, a year's worth of training, tireless in the gym, comes down to the bar falling at the moment before you finish the lift. That's what makes this incredible.
Yeah, he was all psyched. You know, as I've always said it with the Olympics with the runners, it's like, and they lose it just like that, just a flash of a second, and he should have locked it up, but he just didn't have that extra to get it there, but he lifted it. He got it off the floor. That was really incredible to watch.
And that is what makes the Night of the Living Dead the Ultimate Powerlifting Championship unlike any event in the sporting world. You train tirelessly, at times all by yourself in the gym, and it comes down to one moment on the platform, you and the bar. Competition gone, fans gone. You either make the lift or you don't. White lights, blue lights.
I fought the war in the bar one.
That's every
time. Who do we got here now? We got another guy coming up here. Who is he?
Jamie Asplin.
Yeah, rip that shirt. Here he goes. He's starting to get it. Got the grip. Going up. He's going up. Pull it. Lock it. Stay. Done. This guy. He's not there. There's what it takes to get the lights. That's a good lift. 3 white lights. Now that was the difference between the lift we've seen just a moment ago and good lift.
Good lift. Our next lifter, Hayden Spradlin. Hayden Spradlin is in the platform.
This is a 10-year-old young man from Maryville, Tennessee. His best lift ever is 202.5.
Hayden Spradlin's third attempt after 2 successful lifts will be at 204 pounds. Hayden Spradlin will attempt to break his personal record, 204 pounds. Hayden Spradlin from Elizabethton, Tennessee. Focus, chalk. Hayden Spradlin will attempt to break his own personal record. Man versus himself. Hayden Spradlin, over 204 pounds and a personal record for Hayden Spradlin. And not a successful lift as he goes for his personal record. Hayden Spradlin, certainly the biggest cheer of the event for Spradlin as he steps onto the platform for his personal best of 204 pounds. Sari Bradley will step onto the platform.
At the APF High School Nationals held in Alexandria, Louisiana this spring. The bar is loaded.
And Bradley attempts her personal best of 209 pounds. Sari Bradley, Elizabethton, Tennessee, in front of her own hometown crowd. With ease, the training pays off for Sari Bradley as she breaks her own record of over 209 pounds. Alyssa Bird will step in to the platform. Sari Bradley, competitor, personal record.
First place in the 211 High School Nationals in Alexandria.
Lisa Bird is the next up. She will attempt 215 pounds. Lifters have 1 minute when the bar is loaded and Elizabeth Bird is in position as she makes her attempt at 215 pounds. Lisa Bird, eyes up, weight up. Bird finishes the lift. Elisa Bird at 215 pounds. Incredible. Just before the moment of finish. Bird refocuses and finishes the weight.
Whitney is going for 237 pounds. This lady has only been lifting 5 months. She's a student here at Elizabethton High School. Her best lift ever is
Whitney Gwynn is the next lifter, and she will attempt to lift at 237 pounds.
Let's go, Whitney. Let's go, Whitney. Let's go, man.
Whitney Gwynn in position. Gwynn's lifted 237 pounds. Throws the weight up like it's nothing, Whitney Gwynn. High fives from her teammates and classmates as Whitney Gwynn. 237 pounds. 265 pounds for Zach Seymour. The Peachtree, Georgia native, successful on his first 2 lifts. 265. 265 pounds. Zach Seymour. Peachtree City, Georgia native on the bar at 265 pounds. Finish. Can he finish? He finishes 265 pounds.
That's the way it's done right there. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. There you go. 10 years old. Great lift. Great lift.
Perfect execution for Zach Seymour, 265 pounds. Over 270 pounds now for Jamie Esplin. Jamie Esplin.
They call him the Ninja. The Ninja. He's a coach.
He's from Texas.
Hey, Casey, you catch that pull? That was Zachary Seymour. We've got requests from him right now from Jay Leno. Different broadcasters around the country want to do nightline shows with him at 262 pounds. What he just accomplished at his weight limit has never. You can't find a stronger kid. He is Superboy. This guy has been the strongest kid that's ever actually lifted weights at his age. We've been polling him around the world. Nobody can lift as much as Zach Seymour. You see how easy that was? He could have probably pulled 270 with that.
And we will find out in the next round. Zach Seymour technically sound. Certainly the largest roar from the crowd when he made his last attempt at over 260 pounds, 265 pounds. Nearly double his weight. You can see the intensity grow in round 3. 463
Pull.
for Jamie Esplin. Gets the bar off the ground, can't complete the lift. 3 blue lights.
Moving along, Seve. Gar. I'm sorry, we don't have a seat for Gar. Gar is up.
Robert Geyer is the next lift. 485 pounds for Robert Geyer as he inches closer to the 500-pound mark. He's been successful in his first 2 lifts. Robert Geyer, chalk on the hands, focus in the eyes, weight on the bar. The night of the living dead, Extreme Power TV, Robert Geyer's attempt at 485 pounds. The straps, the bend, the approach, Robert Geyer's lift, 485 pounds. Geyer on the bar. The weight is up. Finish. Can Geyer finish? Hips locked, and the weight is finished for Robert Geyer, 485 pounds, and you can see in his eyes the thrill of victory when they compete these lifts. Amazing determination, amazing fight between a lifter and himself. And when they finish it, you can see it boil over.
We'll drop anytime.
He's never pulled 500 pounds before.
Just like a stress rehearsal. I got you. Even play by play. Doing pretty good. Because you're getting the hang of it. You know, it's about the pull, it's about the lock, about the light. You can talk to it.
This is never pulled 500. He's got 513. Here he goes.
Siva Avaru. Avaru cannot complete the lift.
Wayne Stover's up next.
Wayne Stover
518 pounds. 518 pounds.
will attempt over 515 pounds. Wayne Stover, successful in his first 2 lifts.
Here we go.
518 pounds for Wayne Stover. The bar is loaded. Stover, one of the most fun competitors in the entire event. The emotion, the passion. Does it mean a good lift at 518 pounds for Wayne Stover? Hands on the bar, focus in the eyes, focus, finish, Wayne Stover, focus, finish, Wayne Stover, focus, finish, Wayne Stover. Completes the lift at 518 pounds. Incredible. Each time he approaches the bar, there's a little more than there was before.
Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett is up.
Jason Garrett is the next up. 520 pounds for Jason Garrett.
For Jason Garrett.
Over 520 pounds.
Out of Bristol, Tennessee.
Garrett is from nearby Bristol, Tennessee. 540 pounds for Jason Garrett. He's 2 for 2 on lifts in the Night of the Living Dead. Jason Garrett tries to make it 3 for 3. Good crowd on hand, rooting for one of the local competitors, Jason Garrett. Bristol known for speed, Jason Garrett known for power. His lift at 540 pounds. His lift at 540 pounds is good. And he brings the crowd to his feet with a successful lift at 540 pounds. Jason Garrett.
Going for 612. Luke Hill, 612 pounds.
Luke Hill started the competition at 573 pounds. His third lift will be at over 600 pounds, at over 610 pounds. Luke Hill's third lift at 612 pounds after 2 successful lifts. He'll waste no time. On the platform, weight in the air, Luke Hill 612 pounds with ease. Luke Hill successful at 612 pounds. Off the platform, Luke Hill's work is done.
Okay, Joe Steele's up next.
That brings to the platform Joe Steele.
Okay, Joe Steele. He's a driver for UPS. He's making
Joe Steele.
He's from Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
Joe Steele, the professor,
623 pounds.
UPS driver,
Well now.
stoic,
Joe.
focused, as he makes his attempt at over 612 pounds. Steele locks in. Hands on the bar, weight in the air, crowd on their feet.
Okay. Good shot.
Blue lights for Joe Steele.
Okay, next up is Mark Steele. Mark Steele, he's a police officer from Cookville.
Mark Steele from Cookville has been successful in his first 2 attempts.
628 pounds.
His third attempt, 628 pounds for the Cookville police officer. With each lift, his intensity has grown. Steele wastes no time. Mark Steele on the bar at 628 pounds. Weight in the air for Mark Steele.
Good try. Good try, Mark.
The attempt, 3 blue lights for Mark Steele.
Jake Monroe.
Jake Monroe,
Jake Monroe,
650 pounds. Monroe's first attempt was a success at 606 3/4 pounds. His third lift, 650 pounds for Jake Monroe.
Bar is loaded. Go, Jake.
Jake Monroe, 650 pounds, his third attempt, the Ultimate Powerlifting Championships on Power TV. Monroe on the bar. Hands in the air. Focus in the eyes for Jake Monroe. Bars in the air.
Good try. Good try. Okay, Nicholas Ledbetter.
3 blue lights. Springfield, Missouri native, Nicholas Ledbetter.
Weights now. 661 pounds.
661 pounds for Nicholas Ledbetter. Ledbetter, by far the most animated competitor in the session. From the minute he begins his ritual to the moment the weight is in the air, Nicholas Ledbetter is pure focus. He's on the platform. Nicholas Ledbetter, 661 pounds, in front of the anxious eyes of the fans on hand here in Elizabethton High School. Ledbetter, 661 pounds. Makes the attempt. The attempt is not good for Nicholas Ledbetter at 661 pounds. John Drummond. Jonathan Drummond. First attempt, a success. Second attempt, 3 blue lights. John Drummond is about to attempt 750 pounds. Drummond's big. His home state of Texas is big. His weight is big. And John Drummond makes his attempt at 750 pounds at the Night of the Living Dead on Extreme Power TV. Three blue lights for John Drummond. See the disappointment in his eyes as he walks off the platform.
772 pounds.
The weight continues to grow. Those loading the weights on and off the bar will load and unload close to 500,000 pounds during the Night of the Living Dead. Sometimes 5 pounds at a time, sometimes 20 pounds at a time, on and off the bar. Jeremy Shatka, over 700 pounds. Shatka, weight is in the air. He cannot finish the lift. Shatka, his attempt, 3 blue lights. Steve Fleming, our last lifter of the session. 805 pounds for Steve Fleming. As I look behind the platform at Steve Fleming, the belt is tight, the straps are tight, the focus is tight. 805 pounds. Some of the strongest men in the world, all 4 corners of the United States, all over the globe. They've converged on this gym in this town in the Appalachian Mountains to see who is the ultimate powerlifting champion. Steve Fleming, 100% focus, 805 pounds. White lights, blue lights for Steve Fleming. 805 pounds is in the air for the second straight lift. Fleming had the weight under control, and at the moment of finish, the bar slips.
Those of you know a little bit about powerlifting know that we have 3 lifts that are part of the meet. But if you guys have really enjoyed these lifters this morning, and you think we should maybe give them a 4th attempt if they want one, not part of the meet, just for fun. If you want to see it, come here. I want any lifter that wants a 4th attempt, not part of the meet, just for fun. Don't let the table know right now. We'll start the flight in 2 minutes.
And the crowd here at Elizabethton High School looking for a 4th attempt from these lifters. We've made 3 attempts. An exhibition session here at the Night of the Living Dead.
all lifters that want a fourth attempt, you need to notify